Hi guys, so welcome to the Retalk podcast. I am Jude. This is the first episode of our Retalk podcast.
Let's start again.
Real talk or deep talk?
Oh,
What did he say?
Real
talk. This is our very first episode of our Deep Talk podcast. It's gonna be a journey, and to take you on this journey, I have my beautiful brothers and sisters on set with me. Let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Lillian. I'm a PhD student.
Oh, sorry. I'm Chinny. I'm a video editor and project manager. So that's me.
I'm Nay. Just vibes. So okay. So the first scenario is I'm reading it for the first time. So bear with me. My husband and I have been together for 7 years. We have 3 children together. Amen. For the most part, I have always been happy, and he works hard and tries to be a good husband and father. However, I found out twice that he has cheated. Both times, it's been a one-night stand with alcohol involved.
With alcohol involved, key.
After 2 brutal betrayals and utter heartbreak, I find myself worrying and confused. I don't want to put him out on the street. I don't want him to be alone and miserable. I don't want my kids to know what is happening or to deal with divorced parents. I'm going to keep loving him, and I do, but I'm hating myself for it and keep questioning if it will happen again. It's difficult for me to be sexual with him because I keep questioning if he even finds me attractive anymore. What should I do?
Gang.
Drummer.
Wahala.
Well, you ain't saying me that guy.
What do you always say? You always say wahala for who no get. For who no get what?
Wahala for no fear Nigeria. That's what we say. All right.
Nah, they just need to. In my opinion, anyway, that person just needs to leave, because clearly, when they started dating or when they got into marriage, they had boundaries, and it seems to me like cheating was one of those boundaries. Otherwise, she wouldn't be upset about it.
Yeah.
So, if it's happened twice, it's more than likely gonna happen again. And even if she tells him about it, he's probably gonna do it again, right? So.
But I think. Oh please! I think is he going through a tough time? Because honestly, like, you've had 3 children.
No, I like Lily. Lily is always like, just in case you haven't seen this perspective.
Yeah, because is he going through a tough time because they have 3 children, and clearly she said it's been 2 times, so I'm guessing 3 children is like years. And so so if he's not cheating this 2 times and alcohol is involved, what's going on? Is he?
No, but my question is, you have 3 children. You've been together for 7 years. I'm not assuming you started to drink yesterday.
But that's what I'm saying. It could be that he's going through a tough time and he's drinking this alcohol. And some people, because they're facing very bad difficulties, they just lash out.
Yes.
No, but that's first time number 1. Do you get first? You can now have a discussion and talk about what happened, But I assume after that we would have discussed and said, well, next time you feel like that, let's talk, let's do what we need to do. Let's go to a therapist or something. And then instead of doing what we had discussed and planned, you've now gone to cheat again. So now I can't do anything for you because we've talked. We've done what we need to.
I need
do.
a
You know what I mean?
It sounds like she hasn't spoken to him about it.
Yeah, but I think.
How do you know about time number 1 then? Or did he come out and say, I've cheated on you twice, once today,
All right.
3 years ago?
Yeah, from my perspective as a man, but first of all, you are married to this person. You guys have 3 kids, and now, if you said after alcohol or whatever made you do it first time, second time, but now you are married to this person, why, if you had too much alcohol, go home now. You understand? But then again,
she said one night stand. So I think the thing is that some people, when they have really bad behaviors and they know that it's bad and they do this one time, it's not everybody that retraces their step and like, oh, I made this mistake, I'm gonna go back. Some people, I'm bad, I might as well just go all out. I might as well just because I've spoiled it already.
I hear it. I do hear it. Yeah, but you having a bad time or scenario doesn't excuse you lashing out at the other person.
No, but then 7
And also
years
she-
of faithfulness with 3 children. Surely something must go wrong for
Yeah,
this
but-
man
No,
to
but
be
what I'm
having one
saying,
night stand.
no. But
There's
what
a
I'm
line.
saying is something is going wrong. I'm not disputing that because he didn't just wake up and
Yeah.
decide. I agree. But what I'm
Yeah,
saying
but-
is, it's not the first time. This is the second
Yeah.
time.
No, but then
and
I
it's
could-
not just that you woke up and I was drugged. No, you went out. So something happened. You decided that what you were going to do from what happened was go out. You drunk. You got with this person. You slept with them. Cool. That happened first time. We've now discussed. Next time something happens, clearly don't go out because last time you
But
went
Alright.
out, you cheated.
remember, she wants to know. So she wants to know if she should be with this man. But then she also said that she is uncomfortable sleeping with him.
Right.
But what if after this first time, obviously she's so broken, I don't want you to touch me, I don't know where you've been, and then cuts him off sex for like this period of time.
Alright.
He goes out
That's the
and
cross he
drinks
has to
again.
bear.
That's
Alright.
yeah, but bro, if you every action has a certain
Yeah, that's the cross you have
Yeah,
to bear.
but-
Yeah,
Nobody
but then,
can't
but
be like,
then,
oh,
but
well,
then
I'm
in the
gonna get somewhere else.
consequences, you have to remember that it's the consequences is pushing the person further
Away.
towards the sin.
All right.
Yeah, but
All right.
you-
Because
All
if,
right.
for example, you
Wait.
complain that,
Wait.
oh, I went, let's imagine, because nobody's perfect. Let's say you go out one night, you sleep up, have alcohol, and cheat on your partner, and then come back home, and obviously you have to confide in them. You tell them this is what happens, and then the person's so broken because you've been faithful all this while, and cheating has been a big issue in your relationship. So now I cheated. Oh, I'm so broken. I don't want you to touch me. 6 months. Come on.
All right, listen.
Or 1 year.
Let me
And
say.
she's still not over it. What is the man supposed to do?
Let me
He goes
say-
out
that
to drink again.
situation, in that situation, yeah.
Let me say from a perspective of a married man. Sorry, you. Now, before a man cheats on a lady, that man, the day he slept with that girl, had sex with that girl, is not the day he cheated. He has done that 6 months before. Men start for a man to cheat. I'm a married man, so I know what I'm talking about. So now there are processes. Detachment comes first. From detachment, not finding. So let me. The truth is that men know that this thing I'm going to go. I might not find peace there. I might not find anything there. But it's just like it's detached from this wife, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and everything you can think of. Right now, that woman is just like plywood there. They are just talking. So now, you start planning it.
That's what I would do.
I'm telling you, for a man to get to that point
Yeah,
to
exactly, it's true.
to cheat on a woman, especially when he has been faithful for so long. So he must have come to the conclusion that there is nothing for me here again. And now, after cheating, he now came up with his mouth, open his mouth. You didn't force him to say, oh, something happened when I was drunk. Because the only reason he would drink before cheating is because actually he doesn't want. Yeah, he doesn't want to enjoy. He doesn't want to not enjoy. He doesn't want to communicate. Feel
absent-minded.
yeah, he wants to be
Yeah,
absent-minded. So he knows this is wrong. But at this point now, there's wahala at home. The truth, let me tell you the truth. A man's safe place is his house. When he starts seeing it as something else and all that, the only reason that man cheated those 2 times was to ejaculate. Not because there was something happening. It was just, oh, let me just feel this way. But that is the thing. Before it to get to that point where if cheating is premeditated, you don't really. Now I said it's a one night stand. For a man that want to have an affair, having an affair and cheating is different. Having an affair, I will be talking to you, we'll be going out, we'll be affair. So we'll be doing things. But one night stand, I don't know you. I can just want hookah from somewhere. Like, all right, let's meet. Sometimes you even pay for it, and you just pay for the sex, and you just go your way. And after the
So
at the end
should
of
she
the day,
leave him?
she should. But the thing is, if the bottom, if you don't cut the tree from the bottom, it will grow again. You cut the tree from the roots.
It has been growing, and he's done it again.
Yeah, but
And he's going to do it again.
Because
Yeah.
my thing is his coping mechanism for whatever the problem is in the house is to go out and cheat. And let's not say that you're gonna have this marriage that's gonna be beautiful forever. No. You will have problems. So he will cheat again. So unless you're happy to deal with the risk that this person is going to cheat on you again, then
And do you know what's worse?
Pack your
From
free
my
shit up and
perspective,
move.
okay, if we're doing
Or
perspectives,
kick
from
him
my
out.
perspective, yeah, me and my partner, there's an issue at home, or there's an issue with both of us.
Yeah.
As a man, you're supposed to step in and sort out the issue. Right?
Yeah.
If how he copes with it is running away to do something that will spoil it
Even worse.
How is that a relationship where two people should stay in? And on top of that, she's not okay with it. If it was a thing where maybe their relationship was open, or he cheated the first time, told her about it, and she said, okay, you know what, don't worry, I understand. She's clearly said she doesn't feel for him anymore, and she feels like horrible about it. So he's from a situation that he as the man should have stepped in and sorted, spoke about, done what needed to be doing, made the changes that needed to be made in the relationship. He's made a bigger problem, and now you're saying that he should stay. It doesn't make sense.
No. I'm not saying she should stay. I'm saying what I would like to know. There are people who have been through worse situations, and they could. I've seen situations of people who were apart for 2-3 years. They probably this one went with another partner, now fornicating, do whatever. But at the end of the day, after sometimes there are people that are meant for each other. They're like, come on, I've tried it with everybody. I still you. There are people like that. They'll come back. So that's why I'm saying, like, if every marriage, every union, every friendship has rocky time, definitely there will be time when they will be wahala. And trust me, everybody have their own problem. As I am now, my own for my body. As she has her own in her body. As you have your own. Everybody have their problems. So now is like I was telling a friend of mine a few days ago. I said the thing that everybody has bullshit is the one you're willing to take. I told him, for example, I said, I have bullshit. My wife is ready to take my bullshit. She has bullshit. I'm ready to take her bullshit. Leave us like that. So if it depends on the couple, like, all right, this is what happened. This is what led to that thing. From this place, what do we do? If you feel like you can't, there are people that are in open relationship, they survive now. But if you feel like you cannot do it, I can't stay with you, pack your load and go.
So in this specific situation, she sounds like
pack her load and
happy to take this.
She has coconut head. She has coconut head.
Do you feel like they should go for counselling? Or
the reason why I know the counselling thing, it sounds like, I feel like it's more of like the
dream.
I would say it's more of like, it's like an escape route.
It's a
my husband cheated on me, go for counselling. Happy
all
day.
they're gonna,
our marriage is fixed now. Oh yeah.
True.
But I personally feel like, realistically, that's why when I was thinking of that point of, the guy obviously is a man, he should be able to fix his issues, because if he doesn't fix it now, it's going to be a problem later on. But then I couldn't help but imagine the history, how they got there. And I feel like if the woman decides that he's cheated these 2 times, it's not her cup of tea, she's not going to have sex with him. Sex is a very important aspect of marriage. So if already you don't want to get with this man, then sex is 20% of marriage and 80% is everything else. So if that 20% is not working for you, you can't have 80 of 100. So you might as well leave.
And that says leaks to it's 20%, and it adds other things from good sex, communication side.
The worst bit is we're saying 20% out of 100. They already don't have the 80%.
That's what I'm saying. So it actually sounds like they're not like, it sounds like she's coming home, looking at him and walking away. They're not talking, they're not hanging out, they're not going for dates, they're not doing nothing. So, but they're really and truly like, and I just feel like, because it's the way it sounds is as if it's not something that has happened in the past week. She's been contemplating this for the last few months.
That is why I said she has coconut head, because you cannot say this kind of thing.
I personally don't think the decision should be made because of the children, because she said we have 3 children. I don't want them to go through divorce.
The thing is, I don't know how to explain it. Children don't know anything about anything in this world. They've not been exposed to anything. So what you give them is what they know.
But
it's
true.
If you tell your partner, we are getting divorced, but whenever we see the children, we will never argue. We will always this. We will do. They will not know what it means to have a difficult divorce. Do you know what I'm saying?
Leading on to everyone's point, you've said that when a man is gonna cheat, he deliberates, and it's months before he's
You meditated murder.
So that means that this relationship hasn't been working for a while.
Anyways.
Then the same thing what Chinga said. Then on top of that, you have to ask yourself: would you rather raise your children in a home with a couple that hate each other? There's always aggression, violence, this, that, the other in the household, or would you rather raise those 3 children by yourself and love them, care for them, show them a loving mother, and actually be interactive with them, rather than a violent and a negative situation? Just because 2 people are there doesn't mean it's positive. You can have one person that's a positive situation and 2 people that's completely negative.
You see what you just said. Now, this is one of the problem. I'll use where we come from as an example, Nigeria. The reason why we have so many people, messed up men today, messed up girls living any other life, is this reason. For example, they'll tell you can't leave the marriage because of your kids. They'll tell you can't leave the marriage because of your kids. What if you go, another woman comes in and start maltreating your children might not get the benefit they're supposed to get from their parents and all that. So the parents, they stay in the marriage like that. But it might not be common here, but in Nigeria, you have people who live, married couples, they live in different rooms. They live in the same house, they don't eat same food, they don't do anything, they're just there, or just for the kids to see that I have father and mother.
Yeah, but you're like...
but I'm not saying that's nice, but...
You're clued on, so you will see, because you'll look and you'll be like, you people don't...
Yeah, but that's why I said, that's why we have so many messed up children. Because a lot of people grow up like that.
You're just looking, you like, I know, like you get to a certain point, you look at you like, I know you don't like each other. I know you're not just here because of me. And then it's like, as the child, you'll now be feeling some type of way because your parents are both suffering for you, but you didn't send them. But they're both not happy because of you.
It'd be quite interesting to see what got the man to that point of having one night stands.
I don't care.
I think no, because the reason why is because we live in the real world, and so many relationships and marriages are going to face cheating. And if the solution is just walk away every single time, then many people will be separated and single.
I don't think the solution is.
Guys, you see why we call it deep talk? It's getting deep.
No, because do you know? I'm being honest with you, because now, let's say you go to your next relationship and the person cheats, you walk away. The next relationship, I'm not saying I'm in any way, shape, or form that I support cheating on your partner, because it's an emotionally draining thing. It's an emotionally draining thing. But what I'm saying is that sometimes, if we're talking of getting to the root cause of a problem, you need to dig and uproot the root from the floor. So if we're going to dig, even if it doesn't fix their marriage, surely it's moving forward. They will let you know. A person, do you know what it means to be in 7 years of marriage with 3 children? And let's just assume 5 years of marriage, because let's say you started cheating 2 years into it. So let's say 5 faithful years, 3 children, then 2 years the dirtiness started. So what it means for somebody to stay faithful that long, something must have made way. There must have been something that broke.
He could have been pretending from the beginning.
That's wild.
5 years with 3 children.
People do that, man.
Do you know the easiest time I think for a man?
People do that, man.
If he cheated while the wife was pregnant, you could say that, okay, maybe while she was pregnant,
that's
she was
wild. I think
that one is even worse.
That's what I'm saying. So any person that can go through pregnancy, having a child, that is the most difficult part, because your relationship has suddenly changed.
Yeah, I get you.
You didn't cheat then.
What I'm saying,
you have these 3 children that's changed your marriage. You didn't cheat. Then after your 3 children, you then start having one night stands.
They need to uncover. I'm going to let you speak in a sec. They need to uncover the root, but I'll let you speak first.
My point is that you can, like, how can I explain it? I'm thinking about if it was me. The first time I would have, we will do, if it's me and you that must sit inside this house, mum will take the 3 children and we'll find out what the problem of this thing is. Because I don't believe that just because somebody cheated, now that's the end of everything that happened. Because there are times when people work on it, you find out that maybe you have just been disrespecting them. You have been the reason why they went outside. Do you get? So cool. We have, that's what I'm saying. My perspective is, the first time You did the groundwork. We got to the root problem. We dug the tree up and burnt it. We burnt it. We have now moved house. We're living in a different location. We planted a whole new tree. Our children are having a good time, and you've done it again. You are the problem. So I will wrap this up now, and I will leave.
But what if they didn't dig? From what she's saying, I don't think they dug the
That's
root
her fault.
crops.
That's her fault.
Because she said,
that.
he did it the second time. She didn't say after the first time I spoke to him and he did and promised never to do it again. She didn't say
Shall I
that.
be real?
She probably
With
did
me
though.
personally, if I'm the man in that situation, I've only cheated because I'm done. And if they want to dig
Facts.
the root up, for me, the only reason I'll be coming to have a conversation and dig the root up and know what's going on is so that it doesn't happen in my next relationship.
Do you know why I disagree with that?
What if
Because
plot
I watched-
twist
have you watched-
cheated on him while they were dating?
Lily, that's not in the story.
No, that's what I'm saying. There's so many
No,
parameters.
but then we can
No.
just be here forever.
That's what I'm saying.
You know Doctor Strange when he just
And we just
Millions of
walking into different
possibilities.
realms.
Because
What if when he was young and he
You
was
have to
molested?
understand. You have to understand that
Millions of possibilities.
our viewers are in different positions in their lives. So
True, true.
We need to make it clear that we're not asking you to just walk away because your man is cheating
Of
or
course,
your
of
woman is
course.
cheating.
I'm
But-
saying
Really
that
and
you need
truly,
to try.
you shouldn't just go face value off of what we say because we're not in
Yeah.
a relationship. Let's take that.
Yeah,
personally.
so I think we need to put that disclaimer.
All right.
Because now it seems as though we're saying two
Now.
one night stand leave.
All right.
I honestly
Bro.
would have left at the first
All right.
one night stand.
All right,
I've not
see.
even stayed
I
till the
mean-
second.
See,
And for me, one thing I think is
If I
just
had
a
the one man
statement
stand, I'm
fact.
already done.
One thing I think is just a statement fact is that whether you have children or not, like, I don't want to say that like children doesn't make that much of a difference, but at the end of the day, it's actually your happiness because you can't give your children anything if you're
Yeah.
not happy.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
if you're gonna be
Facts.
sad inside of a house that you're not happy
Yes.
in, your children are gonna grow up unhappy, scared, alone, whatever.
Facts.
So just even
Yeah,
if it's
but-
me who's planning to have 6 children, if my husband wants to move left, right, and centre, I will pack. No, we're not moving. He will pack his bags, and me and my 6 children will vibes in our house.
Well,
no
how
problems.
about women that are okay with being like okay in the sense that they can find happiness away from like a cheating partner or whatever kind of partner? Their happiness is maintained regardless of
If you
whatever
can
that
live in the
other person is
house
doing.
and be in a loving environment,
Yeah.
because I know me, seeing your face, we'll fight in the kitchen, we'll fight in the bedroom. Do you get? We'll fight. So somebody has to leave. If not me, you. If not you,
Because
me.
like you were
But
saying
if it's
about-
not like that, and
Yeah.
you can see them and still have a conversation and still put on a facade as though not necessarily a facade, but you can still get on. Do you get what I'm saying? Then stay, because at the end of the day, you're not.
I think if you can
Having-
still give if you can still give your children that stable, loving environment in
Yeah.
that situation,
Yeah,
then there's no
like you
problem.
were saying about
but for
Nigerian
most
women,
people, they
they
just
can't.
can't.
No, but like you were saying about
They do.
in Nigeria, when let's say you grow up seeing your dad was like frolicking left, right, and center with so many women, but your mom was there loving you up, taking care of the home, worshipping your dad and treating him well. Chances are, if that woman
Listen,
enters a
babe.
marriage and her husband has 1 or 2
No,
one night
it's true,
stands,
she'll
she
burn
may
it.
be cool
It's true.
yeah.
because she's seen
Act-
her mom
But
frolic
also,
with
though,
men left, right,
but
and
also,
center.
since
Just
you're
your brain,
okay
yeah.
with it, you're okay.
I have lots of Nigerians, girls, fine girls, sad not ugly girls, very fine girls. They will tell you that I'm cool with shitting man, just has money. If you like, sleep with
No, yeah, people say
27,000
that.
girls.
People say that, you know. They're
Make it rain.
As long as he's coming. No, because mum was even telling me one time how her like friend, their mum was saying to like if it was that grandma basically was now telling. Do you get what I'm saying? Was saying that is he coming home with food? Is he bringing water, money to the house? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Are you being taken care of in the house? And then she was like, yeah. And then the mum was like, okay, well then do whatever you want. I mean, he can do whatever he wants. Yeah. And I was like,
It's just whatever you're okay with, and that's why I
Yeah.
say, from what that scenario, I keep referring back to
Doesn't
that
sound like
scenario.
she's
From
okay
that
with
scenario, first of all, it doesn't sound like she's okay with it, and
Sounds
second
like
of
she's
all, it
unhappy.
sounds like when you get married, there are like. When you're dating and you get married, you start having like arguments about agreements.
Yeah.
Like you start putting in place agreements and things that you're okay with, things that he's okay with, things that are non-negotiable.
Yeah.
And it sounds like in their relationship, this was non-negotiable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in
And
that
he's
case,
done
you
it
should
twice,
leave. Yeah,
so-
you should leave.
Yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
finals, stay, leave.
So,
All in favor of stay, say aye.
I'm not. For me, I'll
The
say
ayes have it.
no, no,
Say that marriage, girl.
no. For me, like Shini said,
So
if I'll cheat on you, I'm done.
From the man's
actually.
perspective,
leave.
so what is it?
Completely
Leave.
So leave.
From the man, so we can trust that the
She's
man is
decided.
gone. Yeah.
It's gone already 2 times.
Okay,
I'm-
women vote leave then, because if the man is gone, it's
No,
gone.
I'm voting leave whether the man wanted to stay or not.
No, but I vote.
I vote run me my check and child benefits.
I vote. You need to sit down
guy-
and think of what the hell is.
I all my stuff is in my mum's name.
This guy is gone.